I wanted to share one of my favorites this year. Sticky albums has been a tremendous part of our business this year. One of the things that we've really struggled with is going from digital files to, from film really to digital files. First, it was pretty easy because we were always trained that I'm the artist and we don't sell our images, we don't sell our what were they called? Negatives? Whatever those things were. Those negatives.
When you're shooting with the F word.
Oh yeah, the film. So back then we just were trained that you don't sell those.
Right.
So when I went into the digital transition, I definitely went to I'm not going to sell my files. I'm an artist. I need to maintain the rights. And I held that stand for a long time. And then after a while, I kept hearing the little rumors of people were selling discs for $99.
Right.
And so I knew I had to make some adjustments. And from there, we went to, okay, we'll sell the files. We're going to charge a ton of money for them. So we decided that a file, if we sold one, it would have to be the same price as a wall portrait. And so we sold them at $800 a piece. Now, believe it or not, we actually did sell some, but people were balking at the price, but we helped them understand that, there was a value there. Now, fast forward a few more years later, now the entire world is digital, and all of a sudden everybody's giving away files, and we're the odd man out because we're trying to maintain that. So one of the things we've struggled with is how do you get people to not want those files only? We are a portrait studio. We sell wall art, and so finding tools and accessories to do that has been always the challenge. Well, last year I found sticky albums. And at first,
we use them too.
You
Love
do?
them.
Oh, fantastic. Good. So for me, it was one of those things where at first I'm like, no way, I'm not going to give all of the images to my clients. But I was really thinking about it backwards. I was thinking about it from the perspective of, when is the appropriate time to give it to them? So very quickly we realized that this would be an amazing tool as a bonus item, as a gift for getting those high-end sales. So with sticky albums, as you can see, I have it loaded on my iPad. The idea is that you would go ahead and you would, your client, for us, our client comes in, places the order. Once they place their order, we send them their sticky album, and the album only has in it the files that the portraits that they have ordered. So whether it's 6 portraits or more, that's how it works. We send them a link, and then they download the link. So it's really quite easy. From there,
the good little selling thing in our studio, we include a handy wipe because they're so sticky that you have to use the handy wipe to kind of clean them.
Is that true?
No.
No, I didn't think so. So for us, then of course, the client can download it to the album, and then all we have to do, download it to their device, their phone or their iPad, and then they click on it, and all of a sudden it opens up, and you can see, I gotta get that right, there we go. You can see it takes them right to a slideshow, and now of course they have the option of viewing all of the image. Of course these kids happen to be some of the cutest kids in the world because they're mine. And then, I'm just kidding, yours are pretty cute too. I need to updated pictures. I think I still think of your kids as little ones.
Yeah, I like to remember them that way too.
But one of my favorite features is one of the slides is of course an offer, and you can create the offer. So for us in this case, we're telling our clients, hey, if you share these, your friends are gonna get 50% off, which is a great tool because it becomes a marketing tool. So how do you guys use sticky albums? What are you doing?
Same way. We use it for family sessions, senior sessions. I actually have one on my phone here too, one of my favorite from a senior session. And I think it's great because, one of the things that I realized, kind of went to the same transition as you over the years. We never used to give away images, and we had our very firm beliefs about that. But then we had an experience ourselves with a friend of ours who went to, she had another photographer photograph her child doing ballet.
Right.
And she wanted photos because she only uses her phone. She only puts photos on Facebook. She only puts photos online, and the photographer flat out refused. It's true, but then we have to embrace the fact that most people look at images on their phones.
Right.
Today.
It's true. It's true.
Regardless of how we'd love them to buy wall portraits, they still use their phones. So it can be a compliment.
Right.
But anyway, this photographer, this client, wasn't our client, who told us the story, said that the photographer flat out refused to give her any digital copy, no price, no nothing, and so she didn't buy anything, and she went away very upset that she had no copies of images of her daughter, and she didn't want to buy an image and scan it because that was illegal. She wanted to legally purchase, a digital thing just to show her friends on her phone.
Right.
And there was no way she could do it, so she didn't do it.
And you know what one of my favorite features of this product is that this is the thing that I didn't realize right out of the gate is, let's say, I do a lot of baby sessions. So let's say I do a baby session and I do the newborn. Now they spend well, so they get the sticky album. They're all excited. They can send it to mom and all the grandmas get it, and all the aunts and uncles. Everybody gets a copy so they can see them. Well, now they come back in and they do that 6-month session. They come in, we do the session, and they spend well again. So now they get an additional sticky album. Well,
Right.
the cool thing is they don't get 2 albums on their phone. It auto-populates. So now the newborn session and the
Sort of
6
builds
months.
to it, yeah.
Right. So to me, and this kind of goes back to that legacy concept, part of what I started with this project of going out and photographing photographers is that, you know, you're building a legacy with your clients. I get very emotional when I talk about the fact that I started with clients, you know, when they were newborns, and those same kids are coming back. We just this year have had kids come in that are bringing their own children. So I photographed their entire lives, and now they're coming back with their babies. It's a big deal. It's very emotional for me, and it's exciting to know, ooh, here we go. It's exciting to know that we've been a part of an entire generation, you know, helping raise those babies, and now we're going to start on generation 2.
And then you can tell them, you better smile because I have pictures of your naked butt when you're a kid. I can post them online, and
That's
you're not
right,
getting
exactly. And so it's, you know, so this tool, I think, as far as tools out there, is an incredible resource for really getting people to invest more and giving them what they want. Because honestly, isn't it all about like making our clients, satisfying our clients, and giving them what they want?
Yeah.
So
you got to find a way to work around what they want. I think it's pointless to think that we're going to bend all the clients to what we want to sell and what we do. We have to find ways to satisfy what they want and still make a living doing it, of course.
Exactly. So in addition to loving sticky albums, we get to give away a couple things today. We have a code today. So if you want to write that down, the code is simply Sandy, the word Sandy. So go ahead and write that down, and you will save $50 off of your subscription.